go live. Fuckwit. Ooh, actually, I don't think the description in here has the GoFundMe information on it. I am going to retrieve that real quickly and put it in there.
Yes, it is indeed not in there at the moment.
Yeah, I forgot to add it. I had it in last week's last week's stream. So I'll just grab it from there really quick.
I really like your shirt.
Shirt. Oh yeah, I like this shirt too. I'll go ahead and just share my OBS so you'll be like right up to date.
All right.
Cool. Now to share this stream everywhere. Yeah. There we go. Look at that pattern open. God, why am I pale as balls?
Well, I imagine it's hard to go outside and get sun when the grass eats you.
Indeed it is. I like the taste of white grape.
All right. We currently have Charles B, Honey Drop, and Lennon Black in the chat.
Hello,
and they're all just saying either first hello or how are you doing.
Hey everybody. One of you is lying, one of you is not first.
It appears that Charles is first, but with questioning it, whereas Lennon is asserting they're first, but are clearly wrong.
I'm the first.
Firstborn, baby.
Hey, Green Leg, how are we doing?
Yeah, we're okay, I guess.
Pretty good.
I gotta do some rows. You know what would be easier if I just... Oh no, I can't count the rows to find out where I am because my numbers weren't exactly right. I think I know where I am on this. I got a burp.
We're gonna have to take an educated guess.
I am taking an educated guess, indeed. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I'm exactly where I think I am.
Good.
You're a genius, Heather! Let me check my phone real quick. I think someone was giving me a little text.
What's the plan for the finish up?
I'm gonna finish this book! I know, guys, I said I would be done with it a long-ass time ago. Get it? Ass. That was for you, Bronny!
Yeah, but it wasn't that good.
Would you say it sucked? Would you say it sucked ass?
Maybe. If I was less
I thought you were gonna say a lesbian.
Thought you were American.
That made me snort. Why?
Okay, well then, that's coming up.
What's going on over there?
So, what'd you guys do today?
Oh, we did a lot today. I discovered this place called Castleberry Nutrition. It's this cafe that's like prides itself on serving healthy things. Which, like, instead of using flour, they use protein powder for things. So they have things like protein waffles and protein donuts. What caught my interest this week, because it was May the 4th this week. So, yeah. We did lightsaber fighting.
Yes, May the 4th, the
Yeah.
day I had a dentist.
Yes, I bet it was the most exciting dentist appointment ever. Did they put on Duel of Fates as they were drilling you?
No, but they did have to extra numb me, so I came out with my lip feeling like I had a tumor the size of a grapefruit.
Well,
I
yeah.
went to rinse after they were done drilling, and it was like swish, swish.
I've been there. I gotta tell you a whole different story about my numbness. But yeah, on May the 4th, I saw an ad from that cafe, and I knew it was like pretty close. So, and they said they had these like flavors of tea, and their thing being nutritious. I decided to comment and ask like, "Hey, how many calories are in that big jug of tea you're selling?" And they go 15, and I'm like 15, and I just freaking took off at right after work to get there because they're one of those weird places that closes at like 4:30. So it's like, when do people even come here to get shit? So I headed over there, and I got this big ass thing of tea that was only 15 calories. They called it the Darth Vader. It was like a raspberry strawberry tea deal, and it was delicious. They said there's no added sugar or nothing in it either. So yeah, that was pretty good. They had two other flavors too, the Yoda and the Mace Windu. And that brings me to today. They were serving those flavors until today, so I took Bronny this morning to go have a little breakfast there with those teas. So we got to have the Mace Windu, which was grape, and the Yoda, which was like a sour apple lemon lime margarita flavor, which was awesome. The Yoda was the best one. I really enjoyed it. And Bronny got protein waffles, and I got mini donuts, and they were pretty good. Who knows how many calories they were, though, but yeah, it's something they probably use protein powder instead of flour on. I won't. The tea I was happy to have because it was low calorie, but I don't think I'd eat that stuff any other day of the week other than on a weekend on my treat days.
Mm.
And that's
We're
just,
making me incredibly jealous and incredibly hungry.
you're gonna be here soon enough. I'll take you.
Honey Drop wants us to pick a number between 1 and 54.
Also, Brandon's not here, Honey Drop. That's Emerald. That's Spencer. 154. I'm gonna pick my
Yep.
favorite number, 13. Like Friday the 13th, that's happening next week, y'all!
Yep.
I have my number, but I'm gonna let Bronny go before me.
I'm gonna say 3.
We're rolling low.
I picked 42.
The meaning of life, I see. Anyhow, that's just like one of the things we did today. We also ran a few errands. We went to the pool store, and we went to the market, and we went to the shipping store, and then I did a whole bunch of chores, and Bronny did a lot of work and stuff. And I ran for 30 minutes.
Yep.
I spent all day benchmarking my computer.
What does that mean?
It means I ran a whole bunch of tests on it to see how it performs.
And how did it come out?
The best answer I can give is you'll have to wait for Nightmare PC Build Part 3 to come out, because there's no way I could do this shortly and have it make any sense.
Hmm.
The short answer is there are numbers, and there are a lot of them.
Oh. I wonder if there's a way to put this browser on dark mode. I think this white light's what's making me look so white.
Which browser is it?
It's what the fuck is this? Microsoft Edge, and I only use Microsoft Edge to open up a PDF file.
There should be a way to have all your PDFs read out to Chrome.
Probably could figure it out later. It's not a big deal. Anyhow, like I said, Friday the 13th is next week, and you know what that means. If you know me, that's when I'm gonna throw a Friday the 13th party! It's gonna be happening during Brawny's stream Friday. I'm gonna start it at 8. I invited a couple of our friends over, and we're gonna binge Friday the 13th movies and eat pizza! And I'll make cupcakes. Possibly cookies.
Then when will I get to be able to do one of those?
Well, there's not going to be a Friday the
yeah.
13th after you move until January. So, you can join in one of those parties.
So it
then.
would seem.
Yeah, trust me, I look into it in advance. I did let this one slip my mind, however. Like, I didn't remember until I was in another brony chat that we're in, and someone was going like, hey, on Friday the 13th, there's this concert going on for the guy who played, I think Jason in the first movie, like the kid in the water. And so I was like, oh shit, he's right, it's Friday the 13th next week, time for a party!
I bet you get extra excited on a non-leap year February Friday the 13th.
Oh my god, totally. I love Friday the 13th.
You don't understand why I say that, did you?
Sorry, excuse me. Why do you say that?
Because since February is 28 days, which is exactly 4 weeks, means any given non-leap year February that has a Friday the 13th will be followed by a March that has a Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's like a double Friday the 13th. That's 2 Friday the 13ths in 1 year. You're lucky if you get one. I need you to look.
What is the most possible Friday the 13th?
I don't know, but Spencer, you gotta look into what's gonna be the next few Friday the 13th. Am I gonna get one, at least one every year, or are there gonna be spontaneous ones?
Here. So we've already established the next one is in January 2023. The next one after that is October 2023.
Whoa, we're getting one in October?
It's especially cool.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
I better make it the best bash ever. Hold on. I just want to confirm this information to know you're not just making me, you're not just joshing me. Oh my god, you right. It's gonna be in October, Friday the 13th. I'm gonna get 2 Friday the 13ths in 1 year. Hell, the fuck yeah.
And the next one after that is September 2024.
Oh, I'm gonna have to wait forever for that. Having to wait. The one after that is gonna be in December. Oh, so at least I'll get 2 that year.
Yep.
No, I just have it to be. I like it when I get more than 1 in a year. Those are great.
Then the next after that is June 2025.
I'm gonna be partying it up on Friday the 13th for a while to come. Let's see. Let me address the chat. I haven't talked to them in a little bit. Charles B says, I saw the prank call video with Jasper and you voiced someone in it, Miss Heather. How did you come to be a part of the video? I know Huey Toonmore, who, wrote a big part of that video with Jasper. And I've been voicing one of his characters, his director, who's like a horsewoman, for the longest time. I do it kind of spontaneously, so that's how I got in on it. Charles B also asked, would Bronny look good in a Jason Voorhees costume with mask? I think anybody who wears a mask looks really good, so probably. Brandon is in the chat, and they say, I've never been one for horror movies. Horror games, though, especially with stealth, huge yes. I am also that, but you know what? You should try horror movies. It's fun to watch them with friends, I find. It's the best way to watch them. Some of them have very interesting plots. There's this one coming out, which, Bronny, you gotta look it up again and see when it's coming out. It's The Black Phone. Like, I'm not gonna recommend it because I haven't seen it yet. I'm just excited for its opening because it seems like it has a very interesting concept. Which I won't...
It seems a lot more like an action.
I wouldn't say action, at least when I think action, it doesn't look like that. A thriller, maybe. There is kind of a horror aspect with, like, the main antagonist seeming to be a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely a thriller, I'd say. And a bit spooky, so, like a horror thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope that's as good as I think it is. When is that movie coming out? I feel like soon.
Not sure.
Carl B is asking about Brawny and a Jason mask. Didn't that happen in the Buck to the Face for Scaremaster?
No, he wasn't wearing a mask. He was wearing
I was wearing a clown wig.
And also, I addressed that question.
Yes.
Travis asks, have you ever been scared while watching a horror movie? Like, all the time, bro. There are some movies where I wouldn't open my eyes. What, honey?
I don't like watching horror movies, like, at all.
I'm sorry, honey. You don't have to watch it. You can just, Well, I started it during your stream, so you're not going to have to watch most of it. You could just kind of enjoy the hanging out with friends aspect of it.
Yep, and I do always enjoy that.
Brandon says, I still want to see Bronny play a horror game.
No.
If someone requests it, you gotta do it.
You're very lucky there's still another chapter of Helltaker, otherwise I would make you play FNAF.
Oh no.
Big yawn. FNAF is a horrible game.
FNF or
It's
FNAF?
not just like Friday or what do you call it? Five Nights at Freddy's.
Friday Night at Freddy's.
Oh no! That sounds even worse!
Oh, it ends on a Friday.
Someone's saying you sound very low, so I'm gonna, like, turn up your, volume a little bit.
Five Nights at Freddy's, like the first one, it isn't really that scary after you've died like 30 times. It's annoying.
Yup. The concept's scary. Did Bronny like Friday Night Funkin'? The stream with you and him seems to be him getting rage-filled at it, Charles B. asked. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. I don't think he'd play it again, given the choice.
Yeah. I don't like rhythm games either.
I like the art style of that game. And the freaking lemon demon that would just keep showing up.
I gotta play it at some point. So it is only now occurring to me that I thought through my setup tonight poorly.
Yeah.
I am on my laptop because of all the benchmarking I had to do on the Behemoth, which is that currently the vertical monitor with fat on it is behind me.
Oh no. Charles B. said, would Dance Dance Revolution count for a Brawny stream if I picked it? I don't know how he would do that.
Yeah, I don't have the facilities for that.
Gonna have to take him to Arcade Monsters and just videotape him on that machine.
No, figure out how to stream from there.
My God, that would be awful. It's just too loud and too crowded for that.
I'm thirsty.
Drink something.
Yeah, I might need to get up and get some water here shortly, but I don't know. I kind of don't want to cross into the camera.
Do you want me to close my own door?
Yeah, maybe.
So
Don't
it
get
looks
loud.
like you could get a USB DDR bat on Amazon for $27.
I wonder how
Yeah,
good that
dude.
actually is.
It doesn't matter how good it is because I suck.
Yeah, so we'd never know if it was working.
Yeah. And obviously, of course, anyone requesting DDR would have to be with the stipulation that they buy advanced bat.
Brandon says, I need to see you both go to a Guitar Hero machine and take a crack at it. I would say I'm barely average at that game. I could maybe play on medium and do a passable job. Ronnie, I don't know about you.
Yeah, I suck.
I used to like Guitar Hero a lot back in the day.
I think I've played Band Hero a grand total of twice in my life.
Let's see. Charles B says, I want to see someone request arm wrestling just to see you and Bronny arm wrestle. That would be much of a fight. Freaking haven't grown in my muscles yet.
The shortest Friday night fights ever. Buddy's arm wrestling B with his right arm, Heather with his left, and he just takes us both out at the same time.
And it's just, psh.
Not to brag, but I think I could take the both of them with one arm.
I think we have a chance, Emerald. We just gotta use some street rules.
Well, here's the important question. Which arm?
It doesn't matter. My arms are pretty similar. Like, I think my right arm is a little stronger than my left.
Okay.
But I try my best to keep them even.
There was a point in time where my left arm and my right arm were kind of different. Like, for some reason, my left arm seemed bigger than my right arm. And I was wondering, like, do you think it's this one? And Bronny just goes like, no, it's just a muscular imbalance. You just don't have the beef in your right arm that you do the left. I'm like, what am I doing with my left arm?
I am resisting a mighty urge at the moment.
Good man. You did the right thing.
Charles B. asks, oh, for Friday Night Fights, Bronny should film some of the weapon sparring sessions he does with his friends and show us them. That's an idea Bronny would probably like. I'd like because what Bronny does on Friday Night Fights is open to the requests of his patrons who he has, like, random numbers for. Yeah, if one of them just, like, he gets picked and goes, like, go outside and get some exercise, is what you would do, Bronny?
Yeah. I would need to invest in a better laptop.
Which, is on the list anyway.
Yeah. Because the laptop I have now is literally being held together with tape. And it cannot move from its spot.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get some water, guys.
Yes.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. Speaking of Guitar Hero, like, during my 30-minute run, I try to put on, like, very fast-paced rock or heavy metal, and Fire Through the Flames came on, and my God, like, yeah, that gives me Guitar Hero flashbacks of playing it. So you can't not, like, do something incredibly active when you listen to that song. You're either gonna drive really fast or you're running really fast. It's a great song to hear when you're running, because you're gonna be like, oh shit, na, 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 na. That is a freaking running song. What the hell are you doing over there? All right.
I can send you a link to I think this one's by Turbo. It is a Eurobeat remix of the Attack on Titan Season 1 theme song.
Oh my God. Excuse me.
Good freaking lord. I thought the regular version was intense.
If we're just gonna sit here,
What did I miss?
well, we're basically listing songs that are really, really great to exercise to. Like I was talking about how Through the Fire and the Flames is just a really good song to run to or do anything to, because like I'm running my fastest on it, like holy shit, this song is so damn invigorating. And Emerald was telling us about like the Attack on Titan Season 1 remix or something by somebody.
It is a Eurobeat remix of Gudin no Yumiya by a user named Turbo.
Yeah, freaking you, just songs that make you go Super Saiyan is what you should call the playlist we're making. Brandon said it's called power metal for a reason. I like the term of phrase. I like the genre. Power metal. You know what's power metal for me is also a lot of songs from In This Moment. Like what are a few songs from In This Moment that make me go just freaking hardcore? I think Whore made me go pretty hardcore. It had a lot of moments. What's another one? I can't believe I'm having trouble remembering. It wasn't Sex Metal Barbie. It was I'm having a brain fart right now. I really love it in this moment too. It's not Blood, though I do really like Blood. It's not Bad Wolf. It's not that one. Oh, it's a different one. It's like my second favorite song, and now I can't fucking remember what the name of it is. It's not Sick Like Me.
I am unreasonably happy to be wearing my Oh God Vacations shirt right now.
These songs are very freaking explicit. And maybe it was Adrenalize Me. Adrenalize Me is really good.
Oh, was it Mess?
Which one?
Mess. At least I think that's the name of the song.
How does the chorus go?
I must confess, I'm addicted to mess.
I'm addicted to this. That, yeah.
Yeah.
Music, love,
Yeah,
and
that was
sex.
nice.
I think that was Adrenalize Me.
Mm.
Adrenalize Me. Yeah, I think that's the song. That's a really good song, too. Also, a lot of things by A Sound of Thunder. You just gotta make sure, like, It Was Metal is such a great song. Don't look up the music video for that. A Sound of Thunder, It Was Metal is a great song. The music video is trash, though. They're the people who made Udaroth. Udaroth, awesome song, awesome music video. It Was Metal, they totally flopped on the music video. I don't know if I've recommended that enough. A Sound of Thunder and In This Moment are really great metal bands, and they both have female vocalists. I don't know if that's like an appeal for some people. I don't know. I hear people have like very divisive opinions on it. I just think it kicks ass. Like it's some of the best metal I've ever listened to.
B said they could see Bronny's Power Song be the best around song from Karate Kid.
He's a pretty old-fashioned guy like that.
No, I don't like that song that much.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your song that like makes you freaking go crazy? Is it that one cover of One Punch Man?
No. Although the hero, like the original version, the hero will get me going. So,
The Jonathan Young version doesn't get you?
yeah,
That one's really good.
it's good, but I prefer the original.
Wild
I
Challenge.
think Wild Challenger and Mega Rainbow Overload. The songs I use for my channel theme, pretty much.
Yeah, this is one flat crotch. She just has little potato legs. They're just little nubs.
Trent says I'm really cutting out. I don't know why.
I wonder why just you would be cutting out. Bronny, say some words for me real quick.
Let me think. Back in the day, Daddy would say that if I got to make an application, then I want to care if a little stay that way. Oh, great. Wow.
Maybe I just need to turn your volume up a little bit. Because
A
there's
lot
no...
of the chickens in the block when the school.
Alright, stop.
All I hear is Is it working?
Yes. I don't know why you're cutting out in particular. I didn't hear it, but I just turned up your volume a little bit, so who knows? Oh, shit. I never paused that.
Brandon says there are people who hate female vocalists, like not even just prefer male vocalists, but actively hate. Yeah,
Yes.
bet.
You can
There's
bet.
always, you can bet there's a hate crowd for anything you can possibly think. I don't know why. I know me personally, there are more male vocalists that I like than female vocalists, but that's a matter of subjective taste and has nothing to do with the fact that they're female. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it really.
You're not thinking about their gender when you listen to their songs and decide what you like.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think about that when I started listening to In This Moment and A Sound of Thunder. They just happened to be female. But yeah, and I hate to make a gender thing, but yeah, whenever women decide to do anything, a lot of people decide to hate it without much provoking. They're like, a female's doing it. Oh, that's stupid, especially if it's something that males do already. Why are they even doing it? Like, I knew a chick, I followed her on Twitter, and she was just like, yeah, I'd probably say my worst dating decision was when I dated a guy who said he just couldn't respect female metal vocalists. And she was just like, it was just a tipping point. Like, how do you not respect female vocalists when there's bands like this? And then, like, yeah, I don't think I could respect someone with that opinion. They obviously haven't listened to In This Moment or Sound of Thunder. Those are some of the best.
Yeah, and if they listen to those songs and they still, and you know, they still say they hate female vocalists, very likely just that.
Yeah, very likely. There's just things that are objectively good, or at the very least, you can understand other people would like it. Be like, yeah, this is good. It's just not for me.
Maybe possible that that guy only exclusively listened to female vocalists who were pushing themselves so hard that their voices couldn't keep up with what they were trying to do.
And that
I
is
don't think
something
so.
that I could understand to a certain degree. There's a lot of you know what and now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like there are so many female vocalists that you can just tell what their way into the position and
Oh, come on.
no talent. So I mean, any amount of singing when you're that kind of person is going to be pushing yourself too hard.
Come on, I want to give credit where it's due. In this format, there's just too much good to say I don't respect female vocalists in this field. Maybe there's not a lot. I don't know the statistics on this, but the ones that are there are so exceptional good that you can't just be like I don't respect them purely because they're of the gender in this field. I don't like that.
Hmm.
Let's see. Charles B says, for lady singers, you should look up a cover of Fire and Flames by a YouTube channel called Nerva. I'd be interested in that. I wonder what that would sound like. Aaron Davis doesn't like but because shouting. It helps my rage, Aaron! Let's see. Brandon says, I would direct people who hate female vocalists to Rainer Maria, Jejun, or Covette. I don't know. I haven't heard these ones, so send me some songs later.
I think that last one is pronounced Covet.
Covet. I wouldn't know. They suggest Aaron Davis is suggesting his own female artist, Etta James, Billie Holiday, and Maria Callas. That's more I haven't heard of. That's always good to hear about more. I'm not your friend. Anything dead.
Charles B is calling for a Brody and Heather duet.
Have we not done it?
I used to want, and I still do it, time management. But Heather, we should make an English sentimental generic.
Oh yeah, School Rumble. The best anime ever.
There's also what is it? We should make a cover of My goodness, I'm just brain farting today. Simple and clean. Simple and clean. What I wanted to do with simple and clean was make it like there are male and female vocalists, and they trade off the verses, and it would sort of become, and it would sort of turn the song into like a conversation between two characters.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would also do that with a song called I don't know exactly what the English translation is. The song is called Dan Kokore Karateke. Probably butchered that pronunciation. But that's also got lyrics that you could put together like that.
I think it'd be cute if you two sang either A Whole New World or Can You Feel the Love?
I don't know about Can You Feel the Love Tonight. I will start singing Disney songs and wanting Brownie to continue them, and he's like, I don't know words, and I'm like, you will now.
Yeah, I don't. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Well, it could possibly work as a duet, but
My leg. Charles B says,
Yes,
remember when
Charles.
Brownie covered I Believe in a Thing Called Love? We all remember that.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe in a thing called love.
There's a chance we can make it now.
Watch that again to figure out how that happened, because I remember a love potion was involved with baked goods.
It wasn't baked goods. I was making a love potion, and this dumbass thought it was punch and drank it without asking. This is why you ask.
Yes.
And it was enough that was like meant to poison the entire supply.
Princess Cadence shouldn't have been talking shit. Her and her stupid baby.
I've had an idea for a little bit that I want to incorporate into my show if I ever can. My headcanon is that Princess Blossom has a weird, like, one-sided rivalry with Princess Cadence. Like, she just freaking wants to overcome Princess Cadence. Cadence doesn't even really know she exists. And part of the reason for that is that that Heather is Luna's secret apprentice.
I don't know about that headcanon. For one, Luna would never take me. For two, I like that. I would twist your headcanon a little bit. Like, I think I have this rivalry with Princess Cadence, and Princess Cadence doesn't notice because she's too busy being a very tired mother.
Mm.
Like, I'm just gonna constantly draw her with bags and her baby crying. She's just like, dude, sweet Jesus, what now? Running a country and having a child ain't fucking easy.
The Princess Luna thing could probably work if you want to be a little bit of interdimensional weird with it.
I don't know why.
Also,
We could have it be my world's Princess Luna.
Now it's just gonna get too complicated.
Yeah, that's too much.
Charles B said, was your OC at the Cadence and Shining Armor wedding? You know, I don't have a headcanon for where my pony was at this time. I don't think she was a alicorn yet, because I didn't decide to make my pony an alicorn until after Twilight became an alicorn, because that's when in real life I was like, oh my god, if Twilight Sparkle can be an alicorn, anybody can be, and I completely redesigned my OC. And now
by the way, Heather, did you ever get back to Shady Oak? Because he was looking.
Oh, I never did. Of course I haven't. I haven't had any time. I haven't had time to just sit the fuck down. When I do, I have to do an Italian lesson.
Yep. We got that hard knock life. All right, I'm gonna take my eyes off the chat for a little bit. I'm gonna get pictures from the birthday 2 weeks ago.
Annie, was there anything left in the laundry machines?
My stuff. I should have had a filter on my speed light while I was taking those pictures because now everything is very orange, and it's sort of orange to a point that I can't really pick it. Let's try auto. Nope, that's not quite working.
Charles B says, for some reason I could see Street Rules Heather have on his glasses or stomp on them. Yes, that's what Street Rules means. I fucking cheat.
Hey Heather,
Yes.
completely related, but when I looked over at crocheting there, and I'm like, you know what that looks like? The bottom half of an Among Us.
Oh my god. I should just keep going. Make the Among Us with some juicy butt cheeks. Keep going until I make a dome. And that's what the Among Us is gonna be.
You could make an Among Us. It would probably sell.
Oh my god. That's next project. We gotta finish the project on Brawny.
Yep, we'll get there.
I'll put
Next crochet project, the Badonkadonk Among Us.
Yes. Among Us. I'm gonna make it a brown one so it's mine, and I'm gonna make a little roll of toilet paper on its head. Because if any of you are familiar, I've been on Brawny's stream and played Among Us with him before. And my character is always the brown astronaut with toilet paper on its head with the username about a fart.
Yep, we're always fighting over who gets the brown first.
And I win every time because I have the best username for it.
Yeah, but I'm actually brown, so I should get the brown Among Us.
You'll wear purple and be happy with it.
And
The argument, or well, you'll wear it and be happy with it.
Yes.
Brandon says Heather should throw functional dulcimer, then play it.
Sounds too hard. Dulcimer is a musical instrument that's kind of... You know what? Let Brandon explain it because I don't know how to explain it. I'm not even going to pretend to know. I've seen it because Brandon has showed it to me.
I just stumbled on a picture that I took at the birthday party of one of my nieces, and she looked out of it.
Like high or depressed?
Like a little bit of high, like I just caught it. It's one of those faces where I caught her at just the wrong moment. And she's got a little bit of a face going on. Like one eye is sort of like closed and like looking off in another direction. The other one's sort of looking at me.
She was probably tired. That's what my face does when I'm tired.
But Heather, your face always does that.
I'm always tired. Which is why 10 hours of sleep is not enough either. When we were out today, I made us go to bed just a little bit after 10 last night. And I slept until like 9:30 or 10 this morning. Which is like how much sleep, Bronny?
No, I didn't. Me personally, I didn't get to.
We ain't talking about you. Say I fell to bed at 10:30. 11:30, 12:30, 30.
That's about 11 hours.
I almost got 11 and a half to 12 hours of sleep. And when we were running around doing errands today, I was still yawning and like, I could use a break, I could take a nap. It's like, what the fuck? You had so much sleep. Why are you still tired? That's my secret. I'm always tired.
You might want buy melatonin supplements to try to sleep harder instead of longer.
Dude, I had some pretty kick-ass dreams last night, though. Like, I kind of
I
dreamed...
had.
You've heard...
Go ahead.
Well, I dreamt Harry Potter dreams, I think kind of from Hermione's perspective, where Professor Granger gave her, like, a hair clip that was kind of like a music thing where you could wind it up and it would play music out of it like a music box. It seemed kind of heavy to have as, like, a hair clip, so it was supposed to be a brooch. And then I had a dream about one of my Pokemon OCs. She's a trainer who's, like, super... Like, I've had this OC for a while, so it coming up in a dream is kind of awesome. Like, she was, like, a pretty fit chick that grew up in a rough city where people didn't exactly abide to the rules of traditional Pokemon battles. So when someone would try to pull something on her and make the battle unfair, she would, like, physically get to the fight with her Pokemon. Like, you know, like, it'd be like a double battle, but she's the trainer and also, like, the other Pokemon in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if, say, like, she was fighting with one Pokemon and someone decided, oh, I'm gonna throw out two of my Pokemon, let's see if you can do it now, she would go in and, like, punch the other Pokemon in the face. And then in the dream I had, my OC was fist fighting a fucking Onyx and winning. And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking badass. Like, cause the Onyx, like, it wasn't an unprovoked reason. Like, the Onyx was a wild Onyx that was, like, attacking someone's house for no apparent reason on the outside. But, like, my OC came in and just started beating the crap out of it to break it into submission and then caught it. And, like, a whole freaking SWAT team of, like, police and Officer Jenny showed up. They were there to take down the Onyx, but my OC caught the Onyx first, and they're like, why'd you do that? I mean, thank you for saving this person, but that's just a dangerous Onyx. And my OC went, Pokemon don't do this for no reason. This Onyx was brought here for a reason. It's probably depressed, anxious, and something happened to its ecosystem, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. That OC is really awesome, even in my subconscious.
Yeah, I like this character.
Yeah, freaking... and her design keeps changing, like, physically in my head. Like I said, she's a very fit chick. Like, she's taller, kind of slender, but muscular. Like, she's got, like, a six-pack and kind of, like, fit arms, but, like, thin, so she's very fast and agile, but can punch you like a goddamn truck. And for some reason, I always imagine her, like, having a crop top, but it's, like, bandaged boobs. Have you seen that kind of, like, aesthetic before? And she's just got,
the word you're looking for is binding.
Yeah, she's got binding on her chest, ripped jeans, just like a freaking hoodie wrapped, like, just tied around her waist. Like, it's like, I could be wearing a shirt, but fuck you. And a hat and ponytail, like, you know, Pokemon trainers do. What was that word?
Hold on, I keep... That was...
You lost him.
Are you on FaceTime?
He's
That
dying.
was me getting a cat shoved in my face.
That's good, then.
Oh, jeez. Why is my mother's side of the family so tasty?
They're Italian.
I apologize for that intrusion.
That's okay. It was kitty related. God, I miss my
Yeah,
kitty.
I know they're Italian. Gosh freaking darn, like they're so the skin tones are just something else to work with.
I guess I should mention the fundraiser while it's on my brain. Like we said, if you guys were present for the stream last week or any of Bronny's streams recently, we're kind of fundraising right now to get me some money so I can pay off my credit card debt that I accrued paying for Knife's emergency care and then afterlife care. Like we said, she passed recently, like 2 weeks ago, and those emergency visits were not cheap, so I'm trying to put all this stuff to rest. So if you guys are interested in sharing that around or donating whatever you can, there's a link in the description to that GoFundMe to help me pay that off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we definitely need that.
Yeah.
Carry it around if you can.
While we were still on dreams, would you like to hear the incredibly weird one I had Wednesday night?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So it started off it was one of those like back in school type dreams. So this particular one I was dreaming, I was in my middle school. And a typical genre for my dreams is that I'll be in a familiar location, but with a couple superpowers. In this case, it was levitation and invisibility. So I'm floating up out of the school. One of my friends pulls me aside because they can see through it for some reason. They try to get me to pull a prank. It doesn't work because the person he's trying to prank can't see me. I go out to my dad's car. This is all normal so far. I get in the car, and my dad says something like, "Who are you? It's like you're not even my kid." And in some sort of weird, like, self-aware, piercing dimensions maneuver, I say, "I'm not. I'm visiting my past self and possessing him." And I just start telling my dad all about like the pandemic, the job shortages, the food shortages, like everything that's happened between middle school and now. And somewhere in the back of my mind, my brain's going, this does not seem right." And then, yeah. And then my dream did like one of those fade cut things where like you're inexplicably in a different place, but your mind thinks time has passed for you to get there and you just don't remember it. The location is somewhere I can only describe as like the back room of the BCA handle. And I was there with Linus Media Group, except their structure was all wrong, and they had different branded merch. And somehow at this point in the dream, I had gone there with my 2 Linus Tech Tips water bottles and an LTT shirt. So we were comparing stuff. And this is when the dream starts to get weird again, because I spend the rest of the dream trying as hard as I can to find a way to bring their stuff back to my room so that we can try to coordinate some sort of interdimensional like meetup between the different versions of the Linus Media Group team.
It's this crazy wish fulfillment you've got going on in the dream.
I don't even know if I can count it as wish fulfillment here. Because, I mean, I guess it would be cool to beat the team, but the entire focus of the dream wasn't meeting them. It was, how do I coordinate interdimensional communication?
That's certainly a question.
Let me tell you, it took me a hot minute to figure out which reality I was in when I woke up.
Oh yeah, I've been there many times. I get these dreams and hyper realistic, and I can't tell if it's real or not. There was one time I had a dream that it was like years and years in the future, and I was just hanging out, but then I randomly started thinking about how Sweetie Bloom passed away in a motorcycle.
A motorcycle accident.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, I miss Sweetie, and like was thinking about all the times we hung out, and then when I woke up, I was like really sad about that, and it took me a good like 10 minutes for reality to fade back in, and I'm like, wait a second, that was a dream.
Sweetie gets a random message from you on Discord. Hey, are you dead?
There's also the prophetic dreams, I dream stuff and then it comes true. That drives me freaking too. There's one time I lived I'm pretty sure I've told this story on stream before, but the one time I lived the day out like 3 times in a row. Because I had a split shift. So I dreamt about the morning shift before I woke up. Couldn't tell what day it was because I thought I had already gotten through yesterday, but yesterday was really just actually today. And then I went to work, and the morning shift played out almost exactly like my dream. And then I came back home, and took a nap to get ready for the afternoon shift. Dreamt about the afternoon shift, woke up, had no woke up, had to figure out what day it was because today felt like yesterday, but yesterday was really today. And then I went to work, and the afternoon shift played out almost exactly like my dream.
Yeah, usually that's the signal you need a bit of a spice up in your life.
Like it was right down to the details of like, you know, one of the kids antagonizing one of the other kids and then having to talk to their parents about, you know, and like it was just detail. There were details that kept coming true. Like this one, I was talking to this one kid's mother with him because he kept stealing, like he kept stealing Magic the Gathering cards from other kids.
That is very specific.
Yeah, and let me see. I dreamt about working at the YMCA. Roughly a year before it happened. Dreamt it, and what triggered that was like I just had the dream and I was like, oh, that was a weird gym that I dreamt about working in, and then like a year later, I'm down in Florida and I had been working at the YMCA for a few months, and but then they like moved the desk from one side of the gym to the other, and when I sat down at that desk, I just had that deja vu moment, like, oh, this is the exact like framing of the dream I had a year ago. Like all the same people are here, all the same machines are in all the same spots, the room is the same color, the desk is in the same position. And and then later that year, I had another dream about being in a small, like green, dimly lit office, talking with a Hispanic woman with very pale skin, right about me, and this is what it was is they were she was talking about whether or not I worked there, and these were her exact words in the dream. She goes, "Oh yeah, I just want to make sure you're okay with everything that's going on here because the boss can be really intense sometimes." And I said, "That's okay. I can be pretty intense too." And and then a year and a half later, I'm interviewing where I'm working now, and that exact situation happens again. Like I recognized her face and everything. Yeah. And those are just two examples I can think of off the top of my head for the most recent.
Yep. I think I've also told this story before, but I had a dream where I was helping my sister wrap Christmas presents, and I had deja vu in the dream where I'm like, I swear this has happened before. And I woke up and like kind of forgot the dream. But then months later, I'm helping my sister wrap Christmas presents, and I have the deja vu. And it's just like, what? And what's funny is that during that like, gift wrapping, my sister had me wrap my own present without realizing it.
Or did I ever tell you about the time did I ever tell you guys about the time I time traveled?
Fuck. No, I screwed up my stitching!
This stream is gonna get demonetized with that on the screen this whole time.
What?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, we'll find out, I guess.
Were we ever monetized?
It was not monetized yet anyway.
It's like, we got monetized? When was anyone gonna tell me?
Never. I've been laundering the money.
You've been laundering it, and you couldn't even take me to get a fucking manicure?
Nope, you don't need them.
You've been laundering the money, and then you have Heather fold it and put it away.
Was that not the case?
Anyway. Oh, yeah.
Time travel. Ever tell you guys about time travel?
Too much. I hate time travel.
I did it once. It was
Other than the season 5 finale, no.
I don't think we need to revisit that.
I was driving for a delivery job when I lived in Tampa with the people that put on the Grand Brony Gala. And as I'm driving down the interstate, going from one thing to the next, I look over and I see the mother of the family that I was living with. And I waved at her, and then like she saw me and waved back, and then we just kind of went our separate ways. And when I saw her later that night, I was like, "Oh, that was really funny, me seeing you on the interstate there." And she goes, "I was never on the interstate." And I'm like, "Oh, that was weird. I must have just, waved at somebody else that looked exactly like you and was driving your exact same car." And then I only did that job for 2 weeks. Because it was freaking horrible. I did it for 2 weeks. I made $90 in those 2 weeks. And so then it's like 3 or 4 weeks later. I'm hanging out at the doing something for the Grand Gala, and she comes back in and says, "Oh, what were you? Where were you driving today? I saw you on the interstate, and we waved at each other." I was like, "I've been here all day," and then and we were trying to figure it out. But she knew it was me because I look like me, and the only dude that looks like me that also drives a beat up old Crown Victoria, and then we were trying to figure that out for a few minutes, and then we were like, wait a second, didn't this exact same situation happen like 3 weeks ago? And that just blew our mind.
It's hurting mine.
Yeah.
And I wish Steve Hawkins was still alive for this shit.
Like, I went to the daughter and I was like, "Yo, what did you do today?" "I traveled through time."
Yeah, that is a wrinkle in time right there.
Oh, goodness. This venue that this birthday party took place in did not have very good lighting.
I just can't believe you time travel, Bronny. I told you I hate that shit and you shouldn't do it.
I didn't even know you at the time. I wasn't going to meet you.
But you can time travel, but you couldn't know what I wanted already?
I did not time travel intentionally. I don't like time travel either.
And you did it anyway.
There's the two fastest ways to screw up most stories are time travel and alternate dimension. Those are the two things that do not work. Carl says, for some reason, I could see Heather trying the harp.
I've thought about it, but
So, thinking about it, I think my weirdest dream ever technically qualifies as time travel and alternate dimensions.
Yeah, how so?
So, this was when I was like 9. I think my mom had just told me about water damage on hardwood floors. So, in the dream, someone was in our bathroom, spilled a cup of water on the floor, and the entire house just instantly started to shake and fall apart. So, I tried to run out down to the basement and out through the garage. The entire house fell on me. I woke up, because obviously, who wouldn't wake up when you just dreamt about a house falling on top of you? and a couple minutes later I fell back asleep. The exact same dream started playing, and I'm about to run down the basement stairs again when I thought, wait a minute, this killed me last time. I'm gonna run up.
And then what?
And this time, I ran out the top of my house. I think as I was running up, it turned from my mom's house to my aunt's house. I jumped out the top window. I would have been 4 floors up at the time, yet I jumped out of a ground floor window onto the lawn, and I think the dream ended naturally from there.
Since
But yeah, somehow at 9 years old, my dream was like, let me quick save real quick.
like, while we're still on the topic of dreams, like I had this thing happen. I think it was this week, Bronny. Was it this week that whole mouse dream happened?
Yeah, but I don't think that was a dream.
Well, parts of it were. Like I woke up. Like I'm gaslighting myself because I'm not even sure it happened. But I woke up in the middle of the night, I think on a Tuesday or something, because I felt claws on my legs. We currently have a mouse problem. There's a mouse somewhere in this house, and I thought I felt like little scratches going down my legs. So I abruptly woke up and got Bronny up, like, Bronny, I think the mouse is in bed with us. And Bronny turned on the light immediately and was starting to look for it. And I like got up because I was wearing shorts. That's why I felt scratches on my legs. So I don't know because we didn't find it or any sign of it after we woke up, turned on the lights, and looked all around. Like I felt bad too because after I woke Bronny up after that, he said he couldn't get quite back to sleep. But like, yeah, Bronny believes me, so it probably happened. So I think the mouse got in the bed with us at some point. I don't know why it thought that was a good idea. But we went back to sleep after that, and when I fell asleep, I had a dream where I felt the scratches on my legs again, and I woke Bronny up again to find the mouse. And in the dream, Bronny turned on his flashlight and lit up behind it. But like in my dream, the rat was like like on the bed and like 4 feet tall and really furry and had just like a huge mouth and opened it up, and there was a whole bunch of teeth. And I don't remember it quite as well, but apparently I woke up again from there, like sobbing, like, "Oh my god, there's the mouse in the bed!" And Brownie like knew this time it was a dream. Was like, "Hey, it's okay, it's okay." So like I was apparently just really paranoid of the mouse being in the bed again. But after that dream, I fell back asleep again, and this time I dreamt about Knife. Like I dreamt that like we were at our house with our friends, and she just came into existence, like faded in, and was jumped onto the bed with me. And I was like, "Guys, are you seeing this? Knife came back. Knife's here." And they're like, "Oh my god, she came back from the dead." And I like was just petting her and stuff. And for some reason, she kind of like jumped onto a hanger that was hung on the wall. And I was just like, "Knife, why are you up there?" And then she kind of like faded from one hanger to another. But when she got on the other hanger, she was brown, like she inverted her own colors for some reason. And I'm like, that was weird. And then when she was done, she just turned on an exit through the store and exit through a door, and then she disappeared, like she faded away. And then I woke up. That was a trip, let me tell you.
Yeah.
The knife came into your dream, it inverted her pigments, refused to elaborate, and then left.
Yeah, well, I did get to pet her and stuff too when I got to see her again, so I was happy about it. I was just like, "Whoa, Knife, you can do a lot of freaking shit since you died."
Princess Moon was looking out for you that night.
She goes like, "You know what, you gotta stop about this mouse thing here. Dream about your cat."
Knife came to protect you.
It did feel that way. It felt like she came back for just a minute to be like, "Hey, calm down. Can't have none of that."
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the chat to find my crochet instructions. I'm like, what round am I on? And I'm just reading Aaron Davis's comments. Yeah. Sad when your grandparents pass. Oh. Alright, just doing one straight round on that one. Are we doing just back loops still?
It might be.
Because in the last round they said back loop only, but they didn't specify on this round, so I'm wondering if we're going back to regular. It's always hard to tell with these things. I think it's regular. We're starting to make a little waist. My butt crack's starting to look weird.
This whole thing.
I wouldn't say that. Though my butt cheeks aren't quite looking right anymore. Or do they?
They might look more natural once they have some stuffing in there to give them support.
Yeah. That's gonna happen. After the round after this one, that's gonna happen.
Man, I took so many.
Yes, you did.
How many pictures did I take? I took
453.
there's 153, 151 pictures so far. So that minus 6, it would be 145. 145 pictures. I might lose a few more in as I go through them.
So my hundreds place was off, but my tens and ones was shockingly close.
Yep, you lucked out. I am currently editing picture number 64.
It would be so funny if you were 5 pictures further along.
Nah, you're just weird.
Crochet!
Are you winning, Heather?
Yes. My comet tail. This is a really good pony figure. I like it that it's the neon colors and it's just a good pony model. It's comet tail. Oh, I need to stretch my back a little bit. Yep. We'll just put him.
Might be about time to stretch everything.
Alright, guys. We're going from just, finger stretches to the whole pit and caboodle stretches. Let's go! Oh my gosh, don't stretch too high up. The freaking fan is so, this ceiling is so low you'll hit your fingers on the fan, and I'm quite average height. 2. I can use leg stretches.
Where the heck did Adobe Lightroom Classic put my gradient filters? I need those.
Okay. Take good notes of my stretching on my hands. I've been doing this for a while, so I know what feels good and what is good for you. And I've taken very good care of my hands. They're my most important asset. Maybe just do your shoulders a little bit too. You never know when you need to loosen those up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. I hope you all got up and stretched while we did that. It is for you to get up and stretch periodically. Long periods. You gotta stretch other things, Bronny. Long periods of just sitting at your desk are not good for you.
I know.
Do some neck circles, though. Neck circles are also good for you. Don't shrug your shoulders in them.
I'm just cracking hips too.
I've never cracked my hips as far as I know. Yeah,
I don't even know how one would go about doing that.
I'm gonna do some hip circles. Those are really good for you, and I feel like I need them. Bring it around
How
town,
was your
people.
run? How was your run today, brother?
Hold on. Like I said, I did Fire in the Flames. Through the Flames, so that was a very motivational song going. I didn't start getting weak until the last 5 minutes, just like last time, despite all those pretzels I ate beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So I think pretty well. Pretty well. I did have some problems at the beginning because there was one song I wanted to listen to at the beginning because I knew it was going to be a good song to go into. Unfortunately, the autoplay after that put songs that weren't so good to run to afterwards, so I had to like kind of look up songs while I was running, which is always a pain in the ass to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got it through. It's this one song called "Shut Me Up" by Mindless Self Indulgence. It's not exactly metal, but like it's something that really makes me move fast. You know,
I like that song a lot.
Oh, you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. We
The
gotta.
bass, the rock, the mic, the treble. I like my car.
Just like
I
my
can't-
metal.
I can't hit that note right now.
Yeah, that's a good song to run to. I like that one. I gotta just put together this freaking playlist of all the songs that make me go really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Fire and Flames, whatever that song you just listed is, the
Shut-
Sonic X theme song.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, Mindless Self Indulgence, Shut Me Up. There's another song by Mindless Self Indulgence that is really good. It goes, "Son of a bitch, God likes me, I'm the best. Fuck everybody, else suck on my dick. Perfect." I know that entire song. Freaking, it is my song. That song is about me.
Mm.
But it's also
You know what a really fast song?
what's that song?
Delta Mac.
I don't know that one.
It is an infamous song in the DDR community. The song speeds up by 1 beat per minute every beat. So it starts at like I think 300 something and ends at over 800 beats per minute. And DDR has a note every beat expert difficulties, so you just have to do inputs faster and faster. I don't want to screen share. I want to pull up Google Chrome.
You know what you're making me think of? You said beats. Oh, I dropped out of the top 5, damn it. That's something else. We went to like the Walmart neighborhood market, which unfortunately their power went out, so all their cheese and their meat went bad. But we used the bathroom over there, and while Bronny was still in the bathroom, I um I used one of those health things that they have there that take your blood pressure or your blood pressure and all that other crap. And is can you look up if my blood pressure is normal? It's 113/73. Is that good? Is that bad?
Let's find out.
On the plus side, my weight was 168 when I was there, so that's good. It's really good. My pulse,
Okay.
Looks like you're in normal blood pressure.
thank God. My pulse was at 55. That sounds normal.
What was your blood pressure again?
113 out of, I think it was 73. Yeah,
Yep.
out of 73.
Yeah. Normal is less than 120 and less than 80.
I think you mean more than 80.
No, less than.
Oh, okay, you mean the other part. Okay. So
Yeah.
I would think that's a little on the high end, but still within the realms of normal.
Yeah. I need to brush up on heart health. Like I was telling you in the car, the heart stuff always kicked the heck out of me when I was studying medicine.
Yeah, it's freaking I don't
Like when I was, because it took me so many times to pass my what do you call it, my certifications, because and most of that was because I had trouble with heart. It was just a lot of memorization that I didn't really get any help with. And memorization is kind of my weakness.
I can memorize stuff like fuck. Now knowing what it all means, that's a different thing.
Yeah. And that's where I'm opposite. 'Cause I was like, okay, I can diagnose anything. I can figure out how to fix anything. But like memorizing the anatomy, names, especially in Latin, memorizing all of like the terminology, just drove me up a wall. And then the hard stuff, memorizing like the terminology that goes into all that. Yeah, sucker kicked my butt 3 times.
Well, at least we got it eventually.
Yeah, and then it proceeded to do me absolutely no good.
You have to learn something from all that.
Yeah, to a degree. And I'm still mad about like you spend all this money to get the exam, the study materials, and they're like, yeah, these are the exact questions I'll ask you on the test, and then you get to the test, and the test is an order of magnitude higher level than what was in your study stuff. Like the study material was probably like beginner level medical course, and the stuff on the test was like a level 2 or 300 in medical questions. It was ridiculous. Brandon, stop sending me TikToks while we're on air.
He's probably sending you health TikToks. It's like, here, Brian, you're gonna understand how the heart works, or you'll die trying.
He sent me one that was quite clearly taken in a gym. I don't know what this other one is. We'll find out later.
Was it the gym loading screen?
I don't know.
He sent me that
Might
one.
be.
Hey, have you guys been playing Pokemon Go lately?
I turned it on for a few minutes today, but
I'll be honest, I click on the notifications only when it says, hey, you have an egg that's about to hatch. And then I click on it.
Yeah, I've been off and on, mostly off lately, but there's a like flying type event. There are Charizard everywhere.
What the?
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, Charizard, the flying Pokemon. That's what he's known for.
I have found like all 11 of them.
I don't know how you.
I haven't seen that.
Well, I do currently live in the center of town, so it's very densely populated.
Yeah, I've been getting tired of it.
It's time to stuff the butt. Hey, where'd my bag of stuffing go, bro? You can't stop me from stuffing the butt if you hide my stuffing. I'll find a way.
Or you will.
Time to stuff the butt.
So, if you had to ballpark estimate right now, how much would a Badonkadonk Among Us be?
Oh my god, a Badonkadonk Among Us is probably going to take me a bit of effort. I might say $60 to $70, and I'll have to see how long that actually takes me. Now, do you want a squeaker in it? A squeaker is extra.
That's a good question.
It's like, do I want a squeaker in each cheek?
Heather, please stop giving people ideas.
They're my ideas. They better not steal them. Those are my ideas.
My brain.
No, mini reinflatable whoopee cushions.
That would be funny.
Hi, Brandon.
I was thinking about that with Leah. Brandon, do you regret coming in?
I heard the speaker bit, and I heard Emerald say, question. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not a good question in the slightest.
Yeah, you see, here we have a man of culture who understands that this is a horrible idea.
But look how cool it looks once I start filling it out. Look, it's turning into a little, like it's turning into that cake.
Brandon, I need you to hit her, because if I do it, it's gonna be considered domestic violence.
Whether is free to do as she pleases with her business even if we disagree with it. I just hope that for the few Greeks out there that those are built robustly.
Look, it's just for grabbing.
You failed me for the last time, Starscream.
Booty.
So if you actually need someone to hit her, I mean, you already have somebody in this call who did it once.
Freaking Emerald, quit going on that. You punched me in the face once. It will not happen again.
You should tell them about the lightsaber fighting we did this week.
Oh, I did mention that a little bit, didn't I? Hey, you guys want to see my bruise? But honey, can I show them the bruise?
I mean, it's a little low on, but sure, I guess.
Here it is. Oh, I'm too white. You can't see it. See?
Dang.
Freaking, I freaking,
That looks lovely.
I exposed my skin, and the first thing it did was glitter. First thing it did was go lit up.
The beacons are late. Gondor calls for aid.
Holy shit! She's white. But yeah, it was just a little accident. We were lightsaber fighting on May the 4th with our exercise group. Of course, I was really into it, but I'm not as good as I used to be. I don't think I have to train a little harder. I was pretty aggressive though. I gotta remember to use it with one hand when I don't have that reach advantage. I did get popped in the face though. It was just a quick stab, and I was just like, oh! It hurt for a little bit, but it was okay, and I didn't form a bruise. That one, that hit on the hip, that hurt for a little bit, but it bruised, clearly. It looks a lot worse than it is.
Yep.
Let me make sure.
You didn't do what I told you to do. You didn't use foil.
I don't remember hearing the term foil style.
Well, I said try to imitate like what they do in foil fencing in the Olympics. I said that a couple of times.
You assume I watch the Olympics.
Well, and I've demonstrated it before, and I was like, here, look at what I do, and I get low. I got a relatively wide stance, and I hold the saber one-handed as far away from myself as possible. And then instead of blocks, I just use evasion, head movement, and footwork. At least as much as possible.
How does this booty shape look to you guys?
Decent, I guess.
Emerald, what do you think?
Looks like a butt.
Chat, tell me what you think of this butt.
Brandon still with us.
Hold on a minute.
Yes,
I'm gonna
I'm
get
sorry.
another opinion.
What'd you do
Here's my
today?
phone.
What'd you do today?
Me?
Yeah.
Worked. Helped prep for Mother's Day tomorrow, I guess, and took adults summer bed, I guess. I have some videos on the book part that I have to look at, like tutorials and like technique building videos, but there's already kind of intuitive as it is, so I just have a lot of fun with it. I just need to experiment with different tunings and see what I can.
Mentally sure as you are.
Yeah, I didn't know with a guitar. You're already kind of familiar with guitar, aren't you?
I don't play guitar, but I like know how I know like some chord shapes, I suppose, and I know like generally how it is. And I cannot believe that this guitar teacher did not teach her that each fret represents a step. I'm still so pissed about that.
I'm sure they just taught me the way they learned how to do it. It's specifically on how to play like rock music and stuff like that.
Okay, like, look, that's great. That's like fantastic. That's a good like starting point. But like theory has to be in there somewhere. There has to be some kind of theory in there.
I agree.
And I just cannot believe we went that long. Presumably went that long without knowing that.
I didn't have lessons for too long. They were like $20 a lesson, and after a while, I couldn't afford it.
Didn't you still like
So
make fun of you for the amount of money you spent on getting a guitar?
Yeah, because I spent like maybe $20 on getting that guitar. It's in the closet
Yeah.
right now. It's a pretty good guitar for $20. Do you know how much guitars usually cost? I know Brandon knows.
Believe me, I know. Oh my God. The last guitar I bought for specifically a college class, it was like it was a classical guitar, which I think probably explains the price point now that I think about it. But it was like $230. Meanwhile, my Dulcimer before tax is $141, which was really good for an instrument.
Yeah.
You know what would probably make this faster is if I had a thicker yarn, like that blanket yarn that I see sometimes. But that yarn's expensive. Like it's like the yarn that the lady uses in the pattern right here that makes it look extra plushy. That stuff's pricey. And I'd have to go to like a specialty store to get it. Or I'd have to look online. Moved. Gojlin91 says hi there. Hello, Gojlin. We're just crocheting a butt. Enjoy. Crocheting butts is now my game. On the other hand, this other side, like, it looks like this person just has the flattest stomach. I'm jealous.
I wonder if there would have been a way to like what is the name of the pelvic bone or like the muscle or whatever that gives the V shape in the crotch area?
Ronnie, that's your expertise. What is that called?
Say it again.
The whatever the structure is, the human body that gives the distinctive V shape formation of the pelvic area.
That's just the oblique.
Yes, I wonder if there's like a way to do the crochet in such a way that it would it be define the oblique? I swear, my mind is racing on a
Yeah, you
racetrack that's 2 counties over.
You do oblique exercises to get those. I did have to look up the exact name again, and it's called the transversus abdomen.
The transverse abs.
Yeah, the transversus abdomen, which makes sense. That one actually was not on, I'm thinking back, that one was actually not on any of my studies. At least none that I can remember.
We're almost done. Oh, now the tummy ain't so flat. They're getting a little bit belly. But this booty look good. Booty, booty. We can call him Goji for short. For short, not for short. Goji, do you think this is a nice butt? I think it's a good butt. No. Idiot Heather. We're supposed to be using decreasing stitches because we're closing it. Stupid Heather. Goji says it's good. Yay. We have a nice crocheted butt. And I should mention it again. This was not my own original pattern. I bought this pattern. It's called the Donk Dog pattern by Little Lady Crochets on Etsy. So if you guys are interested in buying that pattern and crocheting it yourself, go find Little Lady Crochets and find her Badonkadonk pattern. This is the best pattern that's ever been invented since ever. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I'm just curious. Is this gonna be a common thing, or is this like a?
If people buy it. And also, we'll have to make the Juicy Among Us, because now that the idea is out there, I want to do it. Because it would make the right shape.
Aha! I found where they put my gradients in Lightroom. And it's dumb as heck. Why would you put it there? Why would you move it? It didn't need to be moved.
So I just opened up Reddit, and the first r/Tumblr post is amazing.
What was it?
Hey, I wonder what happens if I put powdered milk into carbonated water. My cereal is loud, and it's demanding to know why I would sin against both nature and God so thoughtlessly. And then someone replies, how does it taste? Bad. And then some chemist comes in. The fizz comes from carbonic acid and the water splitting up into CO2 and H2O over time. And carbonic acid is, as an acid, sour. By adding milk to sour water, you've created a very convincing emulation of spoiled milk. So I'll believe in a heartbeat that the taste is not great. I have mastered the potion, instant spoiled milk, therefore earning the rank of shittiest alchemist currently alive.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm saving that one.
Goji says, anyways, not sure if you remember, but I made that artwork of your OC in a pixel form. Really, I might remember that. I'll have to go back to DeviantArt because, by God, it's been forever since I've been on DeviantArt again. I always go through long periods without checking it. But I believe I've seen that before. I remember when I started this pattern, I was so excited to do it. It felt good doing it. I'm happy to get back to it with, the way things have been for the past couple, I think it's actually been just the past 2 weeks. Y'all know what happened. So, feels good to get back to it.
Yeah. We need to find time to put together tour charts so that the second I get there, I can just hit the ground running with giving you guys free time.
Me and Bronny are trying
And you've got enough of your own stuff you got going on.
Yeah, me and Bronny are trying to kind of do that, where, one of us takes on the majority of the chores while the other person does, computer work or whatever that they want to do. I tried to take on most of the chores today while Bronny was doing computer work. I don't know how successful it was, because he still would come in and try to help me with stuff.
Yeah, I kept running into, stupid little things. But we did get, the chore work done for him.
Yeah, and he helped me reorganize my
I gotta take another crack at the pool tomorrow. And then I got a bunch of, little stuff I gotta do. And if I'm lucky, I'll get to, make a comic strip.
I got a fold laundry and do my nails tomorrow.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Goji says, "Oh hey, I recognize that voice. It's Brawny Buck." Yes, Brawny Buck is in the call. He's decided to grace us with his presence while he edits photographs.
Yeah. I am almost 2/3 of the way through the photograph. Did delete a couple more. So we are down to 143. And I am currently on, let's see here. I am currently 100. Heather, tell them about that batch.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that other than we went to our favorite place, Arcade Monsters, and we say bachelor party, but he didn't do any of that hooker stripper stuff. We really just went to a barcade and played a whole bunch of retro games. And since he and his fiance worked there, we got a discount, like 50% on drinks and 20% on something else. So I got like 5 or 6 drinks and only had to pay $30 on our tab.
And we didn't get the cover with it.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what the cover was.
It's normally $22 a person.
Damn. Yeah, like to get the wristband to even go into play. Oh, it's unfortunate we didn't get a chance to play my the Halo rail shooter. I always like playing that, but whatever. We got to play my favorite jump game.
That one's always super quiet, crowded though.
Mm.
I ended up making a crowd on the, I don't think it was me, but there was a big crowd around the punching machine.
Yeah, it just like has the punching bag that falls out that you punch.
Yeah, and then it gives you a score. And there were never any less than 10 people surrounding that thing, and everybody just taking turns on it. And the numbers were going up and up. And it ended up becoming like a point of pride for me to try to get the highest score. And then I did.
Nobody ever beat it.
Not that night, anyway. There was this one guy there who was kind of tall, kind of buff looking, had this really big beard too, and
Bronny, that was just you.
No, he was taller. He was a bit bigger than me. It was surprising. There were a lot of guys that were way bigger than me getting up there and hitting this thing and not hitting it as hard as I was. Those things are basically scales. So the bigger you are, the easier it is to get a higher score. But I could tell this one guy, he didn't say it, but I know he was thinking it. I know what that expression looked like. Of there's no way I'm letting this short fat nerd get a higher score than. And him and I, like, I had set the score, like, everybody was kind of around the 850s to 870s, and then I got up there and set it to 890. And then someone else got up there and set it to 896. And then I got up there a little bit later and I set it to 901. And when I did that, the whole place lost their right. Nobody had been able to get into the nines yet. Then this guy gets up like a couple minutes after I had left, and he goes, "Oh, who set that 901 score?" And then does it, and he sets it at 905, I believe. And then I come back and I'm like, "Oh, now I got to try to beat that." And we went back and forth a little bit. I forget exactly what happened. I think the score raised to 907 at one point in time, but I don't know who did it. I think it might have been him. And I got up there and then I set it to 912. And just hitting that thing as hard as I could. And this guy, he takes his 3 tries to beat it, and he hits like an 890, and then he hits like a 870, right? And so what he does is he takes off his hat, and then he takes off his shirt.
And at this point, I'm going like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gonna do it!"
So he takes off his shirt and he starts like bouncing all over the place and hyping himself up and slapping himself in the face. He's like, "Yeah, yeah." And then he goes and he hits it freaking 790 on his last try. And I'm like, "No, I think I got that." And then somebody else got up there like right before Heather and I left and hit a 906 or a 907 or something like that.
They got really close.
Right, like he got close, and he was smaller than me too. So I was like, so I actually told him, I was like, "Hey, if you try the technique that I used, you'll probably beat me." And then I just left. And the next morning, I messaged the group chat that was all there, and I was like, "Hey, did anybody beat my score of 912 last night?" And they were like, "No." People were trying all night, but they couldn't do it. So I win. Oh my god, my niece is making deep fixes.
They were doing faces all night.
It wasn't doing this.
So I got another r/Tumblr banger.
Yeah.
Yesterday, April Fool's Day, my workplace had a short training article on recognizing computer-generated faces from real ones, and one of the tricks mentioned was counting the teeth. And I just wanted to say that it's both ironic and kind of horrifying how society has unwittingly cycled right back to, if ye meet a man on the road, count his fingers, lest ye deal unknowing with a fay.
Yeah,
And
that's about right.
Yep. Then someone responded, "Where's that image of the self-driving car that is trapped in a salt circle made of do not cross symbols that its software won't let it disobey?" And someone posted that picture. Someone did like the double line with a single time dash, except it's in a circle around the car.
Jeez.
It's a good thing to know if you want to mess with Tesla owners, just go put a salt circle around their car.
Tesla needs to get better. Because I like the idea. I like the idea, but I just hear like right now they've got a functional monopoly, so they're not servicing it hard right.
Yep.
So it goes.
I'd say less functional monopoly, and it's more of an Apple situation, where it's just all their stuff is so proprietary that if you're in their ecosystem, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to think.
Killed it.
Well, the easy solution is just to force regulations on Tesla and say, "Hey, you need to use the same charging connector as everyone else."
Last 10 minutes of the stream, last 10 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now. I approach silence until the next stream.
Well, you see what they do in that situation is that, like, yeah, we did use the same connector as everybody else, but really they've got like something programmed into it that can like tell if it's actually like a Tesla charger or not, and treat it differently if it's not. You know.
Well, yeah, there are actually multiple electric cars. I think there's a Ford model on the market where they have the industry standard one and a completely proprietary connector. But the important thing is that they have the standard one so that you can charge anywhere. It's just you will get faster charging if you use the proprietary one, but it's a car, so like who cares?
Mm.
Like if you're charging overnight in your garage or driveway, it doesn't matter if it takes 2 hours or 8 hours to charge. You're asleep anyway.
I just want to I just want to convert my car to self-driving, but I don't want to like hook it up to any of the major networks. I just want it to be able to read the road and do what it needs to do. Uh, without because the second you connect something like a car to the internet, that means people can and people have already died like that, getting their cars freaking hacked while they're in them.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Speaking of Connect, did you hear a while back that Tesla wanted to have like voice chat with nearby Teslas?
No, I didn't hear that. What a horrible idea.
About to turn Rush Hour into a Todd lobby.
Yeah, assuming
Yeah.
there's that many Tesla drivers. I don't see these cars every
this
day.
picture came out kind of out of focus, but it's still a really good picture. Oh, I don't like that.
Slap a bunch of effects on it and call it a filter.
It's not going to change the fact that it's out of focus. Goodness, I need to get a faster lens for shooting events like this.
I gotta look up the last TikTok's videos. They're called something called a speed booster.
Ah, yes, it's all
And
coming
what's the
together.
speed booster supposed to do?
It sits between the camera and your lenses to make it stop faster. Metabone's speed booster, that's what it is.
Interesting. I'm not sure how that's possible, but I'd be willing to see it tested. Yes, my uncle looks like he is not paying attention in this photo.
He probably isn't.
Yeah, he looks like he's looking at something off screen, but knowing my uncle, he's probably had a couple too many at this point already.
Oh yeah, they had an open bar at that place. It was great.
Yeah. And this is the uncle we stayed with, Heather.
Oh
And
yeah, he
there's
was
not
great.
many. Yeah, there's not many people that can drink quite like him. I remember one time my sister tried to hang with him, and everybody was like, "Are you crazy?" Because my sister's kind of tiny, at least compared to the rest of us.
How does the booty look? It is. The top's a little bit puckered, but that's fine.
It kind of looks square, Heather.
It does look a little boxy. This was my first try.
Looks a little pixelated.
I'm pretty sure I went over it already. Yeah. It's my first attempt at it, so it wasn't going to be perfect. I think it came out pretty okay, though. What is the chat
I'd
think?
use it as a rest.
Oh, yeah. Let me see how it be.
We calling this done then?
Oh, there's other things I want to do, like see if I can sew on like a little teeny cutie mark stamp and make a tail. But it's last 4 minutes of the stream, last 4 minutes in the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now or forever with your silence until the next stream. Hey, look, it stands up pretty good. Oh, no.
You lied to me.
No, it not. Look, it's doing it.
Probably get it stand up if you glued like pennies to the bottom of it or something.
I ain't wasting no pennies on that. Look, it's standing up just fine. I hate that my camera keeps refocusing every time I turn my head. But yeah. Does it look good? Eh? I'm not asking Brownie anymore. There's never a good thing to be said.
Everyone teaches you watch out for peer pressure. You're gonna get peer pressured into drinking and drugs and gangs. No. You get pressured into reading Dracula via emails.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Excuse me.
It was our Tumblr. Gesundheit.
This picture needs to get cropped. Maybe. Yeah, that looks. The other one, too much dead space.
Okay, so this one's a Tumblr post by the account official Twitter, and it said, "Shit's so bad on Twitter, even we made a Tumblr account."
Be about 5 inches, but it probably go 5 inches.
Alright, 20 photos.
That's good.
And then I stop working for the night. Got the video that I made for this that I gotta edit at some point in time. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow.
That's the hope. Let's quickly Google a picture of Twilight's tail.
It's tomorrow.
it's the end of the stream. So give me just 1 minute to finish cutting this felt. And I will address the stream.
Trust your people.
Yeah, I will.
People demand the best from the princess, Julius.
I don't know if that tail's gonna be right. It covers too much of the crack.
You would have to find some way to have it come out at a 90-degree angle from the butt and then drape over it.
Oh, maybe if you fold it a little bit. Maybe this is something to experiment at a different time. But technically, we've completed the butt, guys. How exciting. It looks a little boxy, but I think it was really good for our first attempt. Yeah, I could use a little better encouragement than it looks square. But, you know, we take what we can get. Anyhow, thank you all for tuning in tonight. It's good to hear from you all, and it was great to get back to a project I was very excited to start, and to see it near completion is very exciting indeed. I enjoyed this very much. So, while we're here, I'm going to take a moment to thank all my patrons. There's Easy Mode Gamer, Aaron Davis, DJ Skywalker, Spencer, who is here in the chat with us today. We also got Angel of Speed, Patrick Gardner. Oh, hold on. That's the wrong list. Sophia28 and Filmer Brown. If you'd like to be like one of them, you can go to the link in our description further down, and you can become a patron for as little as $10 per post. You can get into our Discord server, where that's the first place I've been updating lately, and the first place you'll see pictures and stuff that I don't show on Twitter right away. So, yeah, that's a good benefit to soak up in. If you feel like I'm not worth that much and you want to do a one-time donation, we do have a tip jar lower in the description at $1 to the square jar. From there, you can give me however much you think I'm worth. No negative numbers, please. But also, the first link in the description is for the GoFundMe to help me pay off the debt that I accrued for Knife's emergency vet care and afterlife care. So if you want to share that around or give it a small contribution, we would very much appreciate that. It helps us along and helps put that whole situation to rest. And with that, how about we all just say goodnight? Let's say goodnight in alphabetical order. Brandon, you first.
Have a good night.
Bunny.
Good night, everyone.
Emerald Spencer.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, good night, everybody. I hope you had a pleasant evening, and we will see you next week for another Undertale stream. Bye.